Hello everyone. In today's reading, we're going to ask about what is your ideal career? What career is meant for you? We have 5 groups to choose from today. So if you feel drawn to more than one, you're more than welcome to choose more than one. And I'll give you a closer look at your crystals. For group 1, we have this fluorite heart. I believe it's fluorite. For group 2, we have this rose quartz. For group 3, we have this little tiger's eye house. For group 4, we have this malachite. And for group 5, I believe this is blue calcite. I'm not sure though. But this is what we have for group 5. Okay, so go ahead and see what you're drawn to. Really trust your intuition. And feel free to pause the video if you need more time to decide. And let's get started. Hello group 1. If you chose this crystal, this is going to be your reading about what career is meant for you. So just a quick disclaimer, this reading is meant to be inspiration or confirmation about your career path. So it's going to be important to take what resonates as always. So let's get started and see what cards we have. So we have the Devil, level 3 consciousness. You're becoming more sensitive. Begin to ask philosophical questions, starting to act on your own values. Detective, light attributes, great powers of observation and intuition. Desire to seek out the truth. Shadow attributes, voyeurism, falsifying information. And the Sword, yoga, your life is enhanced by yoga, stretching, and exercising. Golden egg and dragon. And on the back, I also channeled some messages for you guys, and these are pretty specific and random. So it's especially important to take what resonates here, but I'll explain everything. Okay, group 1, so I think I'll go ahead and get these channeled messages out of the way, and then we'll get into tarot. So starting off, we have ribbons / sewing. So I feel that this can be extra confirmation for those of you guys who are interested in DIY projects, or with this ribbon message, some of you guys could also be into the coquette aesthetic. I think that's what it's called, but it's basically ribbons, pink, just to name a few examples. But next we have design, eyes, and attention to detail, and these are pretty much all the same kind of theme, but there's definitely the strong focus and gift that you have, group 1, when it comes to the fact that you're able to see things other people don't in many different ways. And I feel that this can be in creative ways, but I feel that this is also in an emotional and spiritual way as well. And I feel that this pile can definitely be for those of you guys who are deep on your spiritual journey, and this can be something that has been kind of rough sometimes. You may see it as though, I want to cover up this Devil card. I'm not sure if that's allowed on YouTube, but yeah, your spiritual journey so far, group 1, could have been very difficult to deal with in ways, to the point where maybe you don't really like to, trying to find a way to describe this, but it could just feel too intense sometimes, group 1. to have this ability to see so deep and feel so deep to the point where this may not even be something that you want to embrace in your career either. And I feel like there's a couple messages about your ideal career being something that is led from the heart and something where you can use your full abilities. And I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly, but I'll come back to that thought later. But next we have the color purple. So this can be significant in some way. And it's also the reason why I was drawn to this purple heart for you guys. So this could even be as simple as this could be your favorite color, or this could be your aura color. But the color purple, to me especially, signals having deep intuition and wisdom. And I feel like your spirituality could be playing a big role when it comes to your career, Group 1. And especially if this is something that there's an element here of something out of your comfort zone, Group 1, that is actually a silver lining, so to speak. I feel that right now you could even feel kind of frustrated in your career and lost, which is understandable. But I feel like there's already this guidance to try not to avoid your needs and what it is that you truly desire in your career, and you're not asking for too much either, Group 1. And next we have tattoos. So this can be an example of a career path. Like some of you guys could thrive really well as a tattoo artist, but it doesn't have to resonate. But I feel that this message is especially for those of you guys who, I was getting something about, some of you guys have a specific tattoo that can give you a hint about the career that you're meant to go after, or the career that is most aligned with you. So to name an example, you could have a turtle tattoo, and this could actually be a sign that you're meant to work with sea life, just to name an example here. Okay, so let's talk about the tarot now. So starting off, we have the Devil card. And the Devil card is about obsessions and addictions, but it doesn't have to be as scary as it sounds, Group 1. This could just indicate that the career path that is meant for you is one that will really inspire you to go deep, to dive deeper. And when I was talking about this message of being able to see things a lot of people don't, this could even be something that feels more like a curse than a gift sometimes, Group 1. And I'm really glad that I channeled this, because I'm getting a lot of symbolism of eyes here in the tarot, which I didn't see. I didn't see these cards yet. I was just channeling in the beginning. So when it comes to your ideal career, Group 1, this can even come through when you're balancing between giving up a certain job and moving towards another. It feels more like you could have two different options when it comes to your career, and one of them is going to be more approachable, so to speak, but I feel that the other choice is going to be the one that your soul feels most aligned to. And this could even be something that's going on right now. And I feel that for a lot of you guys, you could be viewing your career as something that feels safe, or something that you have mixed feelings about, but ultimately you feel as though this is as good as it gets. But I feel like there's this guidance that there's more out there that you have yet to discover, Group 1. And with this Detective card, this can even quite literally be a specific career path for you guys, but it doesn't have to be. And it's really hard for me to navigate certain specific careers here because I feel like you guys are truly a jack of all trades. I feel that this is just the matter of finding what gives you purpose, but at the same time isn't boring or isn't mundane. Not that if these creative careers that I mentioned seem like something that you're interested in, that could very well be something that aligns with you, but I feel like there's more to this. Yeah, I feel like there could be a lot of confusion right now, Group 1, when it comes to your career path currently, because I myself am finding that I'm getting kind of confused and just all over the place, so I apologize. But yeah, essentially, I feel like you are a jack of all trades. You have multiple talents, and I feel like this pile is for those of you guys who already have a plan or career that you're focused on or working towards. And I feel like your spirit guides in particular could be confirming that this would be a nice career path for you, but at the same time, there are even better options, and I don't know what this message could be, but I'm just going to keep going here and see what else we can get. And with this yoga card, again, this could be a literal career path. You guys could thrive really well as a yoga teacher or doing some kind of energy work. But as a whole, I feel like this is guidance that is going to be important to consider your energy levels with whatever career that you choose, Group 1. And what your what your needs are. I feel like this pile could be for those of you guys who may get bored of certain jobs or kind of need this sense of variety and change in ways when it comes to your career. So this can even show up in ways where you even create your own career in some way, Group 1. Like this could be an entrepreneurship, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but entrepreneurship type of situation, because it seems like your ideal career is going to be something that combines all of your talents in some way. But I will say that your sensitivity is a gift, Group 1, and something that other people would greatly benefit from if that's something that you're comfortable with. Because again, I feel that a lot of you guys aren't really comfortable with emotionally charged things right now, or in general. It just seems like you could be very protective of your energy, and just when it comes to your career, you may be looking for something more simple, which is not a terrible thing. But I feel like your spirit guides are essentially saying that there are better options that will feel more aligned with you, so to speak. And with the sword card, I feel that this message is about there may be this guidance of having to cut out what no longer serves you right now, Group 1. And this is going to help you on your career path. And I feel that this especially goes for anything in your personal life as well. And I feel like there's this really important message about not compromising your dreams or who you are as a person, especially Group 1. Because you can find success with being a sensitive and spiritual person. And also while not feeling exhausted or drained afterwards either. And to name another specific example here, we have with the devil and the detective. I feel that a lot of you guys could also be successful in fields where you're bringing justice to people in ways. Like what immediately comes to mind is like child services or helping children in dangerous living environments. And I know I've named a lot of specific examples here, Group 1, and I apologize if it's not completely clear as I wish it would be, but that could be a few things to work with. But I'm getting more guidance than anything about looking closer, looking deeper right now when it comes to your career path. Ask yourself the bigger questions, especially when it comes to your own needs. I keep coming back to that message. We're going to get some more guidance and see what else we can get. Spirit, what other career guidance do you have for Group 1 on choosing the right career for them? So we have Page of Wands with Knight of Cups on the back of the deck. So definitely this feels like following your heart for sure, Group 1, as cheesy as that sounds. But Page of Wands is about curiosity and interest and really the start of certain, not necessarily the start, but just a spark of inspiration. And I feel like this is a good sign to look out for when it comes to choosing the career that is right for you. I feel that the career that is right for you is going to be one that gives you a lot of energy, is what I'm getting. Especially if you identify as someone who's pretty sensitive to the energies in the world from other people. I feel that the career path that's meant for you is going to be one that is going to inspire this new sense of focus and desire to take action, so to speak. But yeah, Group 1, I feel like this is what I'm getting for you today, but if you feel drawn to another pile, you're more than welcome to do so. But for now, I feel like this could be something to work with and see how it shows up in your life. But yeah, with this message about moving from one job to another, this could also just indicate that by the time your ideal career comes around, Group 1, it may be during something that you're already working on. So if you're in a creative career, that could be like a spiritual career. So for example, if you're a tattoo artist, you could find an opportunity as doing tarot readings part-time, something like that. And it doesn't have to resonate, it's just an example, but that's what it's giving. Like, I feel that the career that's meant for you will come towards you and it will allow you room to get comfortable with it, Group 1. Something that it will naturally allow you to warm up to it and get comfortable with it. And it will be ready for you when you're ready, so to speak. So yeah, I feel like you're in good hands, but your ideal career may come through in an unexpected way. It may not be grand or in your face. It's something that feels kind of gentle, something that just happens. Like you wake up one day and you're like, oh, I'm actually really successful in this. And this is something that I can pursue full time. That's what it's giving. Okay, Group 1. That's what I have for you today. and thank you so much. Hello group 2, if you chose this rose quartz, this is going to be your reading about your ideal career, what career is meant for you. So a quick disclaimer, this reading is meant to be inspiration or confirmation when it comes to your career path. So it's going to be important to take what resonates, as always. So let's get started. And see what cards we have. So we have Nine of Swords, the Temple, Path of the Heart, a path dedicated to romantic love. Main life lessons will be heart-based, on earth to obtain emotional wisdom. Midas, Miser, light attributes, entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold. Delight in sharing life's riches. Shadow attributes, hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. Children, your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. And the Owl. And on the back of this card, I also channeled some messages for you guys. And these are kind of specific and kind of random, so it's especially important to take what resonates with this. But I'll explain everything. Okay, group 2, I'm really excited about your pile because it came through to me very clear and there's a lot of messages to cover today, so let's just get into it. And I'll get my channeled messages out of the way and then we'll talk about tarot. So what I was channeling for you guys, I was hearing something about show and tell and also about being an influencer or making commentary videos or content, because there's something here about people are interested in you, group 2. People want to hear what your perspectives are, they want to know you, and I feel that when it comes to your ideal career path, it feels very positive and something that you deserve a lot of praise for. And next we have relocation. So your career, your ideal career could come through as this desire to relocate or move from your current area, and this can even be as simple as moving away from your hometown, because there's definitely this this energy of being a big fish in a little pond. And that brings me to my next message. We have be a little selfish. So I feel that this is guidance, group 2, on your career path, that it's going to be very important to not listen to the haters, so to speak. And because I do feel like you could have a lot of envy because of the person that you are and all the things that you have to offer. And that brings me to my next message with this Nine of Swords here. I feel that in your career path, you're meant to learn how to trust yourself more and be led with your heart and not anxiety or fear. And I feel that this pile could especially be for those of you guys who have Leo placements in particular. It feels like, or 5th house placements as well, but it doesn't have to resonate. But it feels like you're meant to be the star in some way. You're meant to enjoy the spotlight in whatever way this means to you, or whatever career you find yourself in. And I feel that this pile could definitely be for those of you guys who already have a passion and have clicked on this video for confirmation or guidance. Especially if you're interested in being a content creator or something having to do with 5th house energy for sure. And I feel that there's a strong message, especially group 2, that you're allowed to have fun in your career. You're allowed to have the best of both worlds. Like, I feel like you have such a great balance of hard work and being a very bright and energetic person. And I feel that it's going to be important throughout your journey to protect that so that you can do what you do best and enjoy yourself. And I feel that some of you guys could even have grown up in a family that was very strict or just constantly projected their insecurities onto you and their limiting beliefs as well, group 2. And if that's true, I feel that there's this guidance that it's okay to kind of, I guess, disappoint people, which is not what you're doing, group 2, but it's okay if people don't agree with your path or if they don't understand it, because it's not up to them to understand, because it's not their path. And with this Temple card here, I feel like there's also this message about the career that's meant for you seems like something that has a very fun environment that you played a pretty big role in. Like, I'm hearing the Kesha song, the party don't start till I walk in. That's what I'm hearing, group 2. And I feel that you're meant to make waves when it comes to your career. And it feels like you're meant to change the energy of a room or an environment in some way. This can be a physical environment or an online environment, whatever the case may be, group 2. I feel that once you step into this, it's something that will change the industry, or like you're going to change the game in some way. I don't know what this is, but I feel that you're going to set the example when it comes to whatever talent that you have or whatever passion that you currently have. So let's keep going here. We had the owl. So I feel that it's going to be something that requires you to trust your intuition, group 2. And this can even be kind of out of your comfort zone. But there's a strong message of following your heart versus your head. And we can have a nice balance between the two, but I'm getting that with this owl card, you're being encouraged to blindly follow your intuition, and that you're getting the thumbs up from your spirit guides especially. And next we have this children card. So this can be a specific example of a specific career, but it doesn't have to. So yeah, you guys could thrive really well with working with children, or this could be a childhood dream of yours, even, group 2. But whatever the specifics are, I feel that this is something that will heal your inner child. And I feel that for those of you guys who have little siblings or little nieces and nephews especially, like, there's something here about, even if you don't work directly with children, I feel that you're going to inspire young people and inspire them to go after their dreams and to have hope. This can even be your own children, group 2, if you have any or want to have children someday. I feel that for those of you guys who want children, they're really going to look up to how you approach your career, and they're going to learn a lot from you in this way, and this is going to help them be successful in their career when they grow up as well. And lastly, we have Midas Miser. So yeah, basically what I was describing group 2, this feels like something that is very creative, something that is very much from the heart space. And if you notice the picture here, there's like this guy. Well, it's like he's protecting this gold, but what immediately came to my mind was, it was like he was covering his paper so nobody copies his work. That's what it was giving at first, but I know that's not what the picture says or looks like, but that's what immediately came to my mind. So I feel that another message here, group 2, is to be mindful of copycats even on your path and to not get discouraged. And you know, they say that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, which I don't necessarily agree with, but that's what I'm getting here, group 2, and maybe you feel the same. But yeah, I feel like that could be a sign that you're about to take off, or you're about to see really significant growth in your career when you see that people are getting a little too inspired by you, group 2. But yeah, when it comes to specifics, I feel like this is something that I'm getting strong content creator energy here. And you know, the career field of influencer and content creator is something that is pretty new. People still have mixed feelings about it, if it's even a career. But yeah, group 2, if that's something that is really speaking to you right now, I feel like this is confirmation that, again, it's okay if people don't get it or if people don't agree. It's not your burden to carry. Just do what you do best and everything else will fall into place. Okay, we're gonna get some more guidance about your career path, group 2, and see what else we can get. Spirit, can you please describe what guidance do you have for group 2 and the career that is meant for them? So we have 4 cups in reverse and 7 of cups. And on the back of the deck, we have 6 of pentacles. So yeah, I feel that this could be confirmation for a lot of you guys if you're wondering if you should take action in some way, that this could be your sign to do so. For example, if you're wondering if you should post that video or make that post, this could be your confirmation. And you may not, yeah, there's this message, group 2, about how you view your work and how you are currently approaching it. And with the 7 of cups, I feel like this is a message about how you're not seeing how great your work is and how much potential you have. And I feel that for a lot of you guys, this is involving other people, sharing your work with other people in some way. And I feel that with the 7 of cups, this is representing how they're going to view your work. I feel that people are going to like that you can't be put in a box, group 2, and that there's always something new that they can expect from you. Like, you seem to be someone who never runs out of ideas. And even if you disagree, I feel like this is going to be how people view you. So this could be confirmation that people want to see your work. People want to see what you can do, group 2. It's not too silly. It's not too lighthearted. And even the most lighthearted things, people can get a lot of positivity out of. So for example, if you do makeup reviews and think it's just for fun and you're not sure if anybody really enjoys them, you'd be surprised, and again, this is just an example, but you'd be surprised by who watches it and finds it helpful and wants to buy that product. So for example, you review, I don't know, a concealer, and you say something like, this is great for dry skin, and then somebody watches it who also has dry skin and feels relieved because they were thinking about buying that product, but now that you mention that, they feel more confident in taking that leap and buying that product. And yeah, I apologize if there's a lot of like influencer social media examples, and if that's not your current career path, it's okay. It's just kind of me trying to paint a picture of the work environment regardless, group 2, if you want to pursue social media or not. But this could also be just coworkers, clients, customers. And I feel that most of all, group 2, you're very approachable. You have this great balance of being a fun person, but also being very emotionally mature. You're not fake. And I feel that when it comes to your career path, people are just going to eat this up, is what I'm getting. I feel that you're meant to be quite popular in your career because you're truly authentic and it shows. But if anything, there's this guidance to not get overwhelmed with choice. And it's okay to experiment and really let your creativity flow. It doesn't have to be perfect, group 2. And you're going to thrive by, again, doing what you do best. I keep coming back to that message. But yeah, also don't wait on people's approval, group 2. Because sometimes in life, we can't please everyone, you know? But the people who are meant to be a fan of you or really look up to you in your career, they're going to gravitate towards you quite naturally. You don't have to put in too much of work. You just have to be yourself, as cheesy as that sounds. And I feel that there's also, for anybody that needs to hear this, yeah, don't wait on approval. If you feel drawn to something, if you feel passionate about something, that's your sign. The only approval you need is your own. And with this 9 of Swords, I feel that you're meant to help other people relieve their anxiety in some way, even if it's just as simple as having really fun content or just being funny and lighthearted. Like, there's definitely this focus, group 2, that maybe your softer qualities weren't always appreciated in the way that they deserved. Like, I feel that this pile, especially for those of you guys who have felt like you're too much or you take up too much space, I feel that the career path that's meant for you is going to allow you to take up as much space as you'd like and inspire others to do the same, or inspire others to follow their heart in whatever way it means to them. But yeah, with the 6 of Pentacles, definitely group 2, share your gifts. I keep getting that message to share your gifts. Don't hold back. But yeah, overall, I feel like this could be something that a lot of you guys are already familiar with or curious about. But if not, it's something that will come through as a source of inspiration when the time is right. Some of you guys could also teach in some way. You could teach people again, it doesn't feel like something super serious, but it doesn't mean like it's not as valid as the literal act of being a teacher in a school. Like you could be teaching people how to do a fishtail braid on TikTok, and people find it really helpful. But yeah, I know I use a lot of social media examples, so again, it's just to paint a picture. But as a whole, I feel that there's strong 5th house energy here for sure. And it seems like you're on a good track to finding the career that's meant for you, Group 2. And I wish you the best. Thank you so much. Hello, Group 3. If you chose this Tiger's Eye house, this is going to be your reading about your ideal career, what career is meant for you. So quick disclaimer, this reading is meant to be inspiration or confirmation when it comes to your career path. So it's going to be important to take what resonates, as always. So let's get started and see what cards we have. Okay, so 7 of Cups, the Tear, Dilettante, light attributes, delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. Shadow attribute, pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. Criminal mind, prison, jail time, illegal activities, helping criminals change, tested to conquer your demons. Seeking answers, exploring metaphysical and esoteric fields, in search for answers and truth, the beginning of your spiritual search. And options, consider the career possibilities that are open to you. And Raccoon. And on the back of the star here, I also channeled some messages for you guys, and these are pretty specific and random. So again, take what resonates and leave the rest. And let's get started. Okay, so I wanted to talk about my channeled messages here, and then we'll move on to the tarot. So starting off, we have the 3rd house in astrology. And this is pretty ironic considering this is Group 3. So 3 could be significant to you guys in some way, but it doesn't have to be. But essentially, the 3rd house is all about communication, local travel, intellect, to name a few examples. And I feel that there's already a strong message coming through for you guys that your brain is so powerful that it could feel more like a curse than a gift sometimes. And I feel that a lot of you guys who chose this pile could also potentially be neurodivergent in some way, and that could be a big factor going into your career path right now. It could be something that you're trying to work to your advantage somehow. There's a focus on finding the right fit for your needs, Group 3, because I feel that this pile could definitely be for those of you guys who have been having a tumultuous journey when it comes to your career. It could be something that so far has been a lot of trial and error. It's just something that you've been experimenting a lot with. You guys could have had a couple different jobs in the past couple years, and there's nothing wrong with that. And sometimes we have to try out different things to find the right fit, so there's no judgment here, Group 3, when it comes to that. I'm just kind of putting that out there for extra confirmation. And yeah, a lot of you guys may be desiring to have a work from home job position. That could be something that you're quite focused on right now, something you're currently doing, or even something that you would thrive well in when it comes to your ideal career. And we also have like-minded people here. So I feel that there's a lot of encouragement here in group 3 that you're meant to find like-minded people like you who are going to allow you to work in a way that is right for you. Like, this could definitely be extra confirmation if you do identify or are neurodivergent. Like, you could find that you'll work with other neurodivergent people in the career that's meant for you, or simply just whatever the case may be, group 3, I feel that you're meant to find people who are going to not pressure you or mold you into something you're not. These are people that are going to see your work ethic and just let you do your thing, is what I'm getting. And yeah, a lot of you guys could thrive in having some type of work online. I feel that this especially goes for those of you guys who are really fascinated by really techie, technology type of activities. Like, it can be as simple as Excel, like the Excel, I don't know the word for it right now, but if you know, you know. It's basically, I believe it's like a spreadsheet. It's like where you organize certain things. I'm really embarrassed that I don't remember, but, or graphic design, or something that stimulates the mind, so to speak, group 3. And you may even find that a lot of these activities seem to be online, or something where you're using technology. But despite the specifics, I feel that whatever stimulates your mind, group 3, it's definitely possible to have a career in this. Whatever I'm getting, whatever brings you peace and, again, just stimulates your mind. Next we have counseling. I'm not getting this is something along the lines of like emotional counseling or like a therapist. I feel that this is more like guiding people or directing people to the best options for them. And if that's the case, I feel that a lot of you guys could thrive in this type of career, because it seems like whoever you would be counseling would be also people like you, people who would get a lot from your guidance or your suggestions. Alright, so let's move on to, actually I want to talk more about this house. And another specific example that I'm getting here, and this is for a select few of you guys, but you could even find success in fulfillment by having a family business, like teaming up with your family. But for some of you guys, you may not want to hear that message. Like, it's okay. Some of you guys would be very opposed to that idea, but I feel that for those of you who have that kind of dynamic with your family, who feel comfortable and as though you share a similar vision with some of your family members, that could be extra confirmation. But there's also this message that whatever your situation is, group 3, to keep an eye on side projects, so to speak, or opportunities that don't feel like full-time employment, so to speak, because it's still something that you could find a lot of enjoyment with, and something that would even give you the necessary experience to go after what you truly want. So let's talk about the tarot now. So we have 7 of Cups. And I'll talk about options here because they're essentially the same message. But yeah, group 3, I feel that right now in And throughout your career journey, there's going to be this big theme of choosing the best options for your highest good, but more specifically, not to get overwhelmed by the options or feel tied down to one. Because like I said, there's opportunities in multiple things, and it may be in perhaps unconventional ways, but in ways that inspire you. Yeah, this feels like something that you may not necessarily feel thrilled about at first. It may not be something that you're thinking you would get a lot out of, but you'd be pleasantly surprised is what I'm getting, group 3. And we have dilettante in this raccoon card, and the raccoon card is, it says it's about talented, shadowy, and hiding. That's what the guidebook says. And it also says being an exceptional artist. So I feel that a lot of you guys could also be very creative at heart, but aren't sure how to maybe, there's a word I'm looking for, bring that into a professional environment, so to speak. I think the word is commodify. I think that's the word. But yeah, if that's the case, I feel that this pile could be for the artists and creatives out there. But I feel that you're talented, period, group 3. And your talents, yeah, I feel that a lot of you guys could have a lot of passions, but think that they're not really something you can make into a career. But I feel that your career right now is meant to encourage you to broaden your horizons and not get discouraged. Like, I'm getting to hold that vision, group 3. Whatever it is that you're passionate about or even slightly interested in. Like, there could have been at times these thoughts of, wow, I wish I could make this a career. I actually like this. But yeah, I just keep getting, hold that thought, group 3. There's more to this that you may not expect, but in a good way. And this tear and this criminal mind here, group 3. I feel that this is speaking of, again, maybe your challenges along your career journey right now. And I feel that a lot of you guys are your worst critic. You could be very hard on yourself. And to not give up. And yeah, a lot of you guys could be frustrated with the timing of it all. Like, you could feel as though, a lot of you guys could also feel pressured because of your age. Like, maybe you're getting older or getting to a certain age where there's a lot of pressures to have this at a certain age. And it's definitely understandable, group 3. I kind of have those feelings myself sometimes, but we all have our own unique path, and if we followed what everyone else is doing on the same time frame, it just wouldn't make sense, is what I'm getting. Like, our paths are uniquely our own. But yeah, I feel that your curiosity and your desire to try new things could be a big sign, group 3, of forward momentum in your career. But yeah, I feel like it's going to be important to not place too much pressure on yourself regarding your career, group 3. And you'll get to where you need to be. But yeah, whatever your career path, or wherever your career path takes you, group 3, you'll find your sense of home And I know some people may have mixed feelings about that message, like how you shouldn't mix business and pleasure, and work is work, home is home. But my point is, you can find your sense of home in your career, period, group 3. And it can be comfortable, it can be accommodating to how you approach your work. And don't be afraid to try multiple things, group 3. Because it all matters, like every step matters. That's what I'm getting here. But let's see what other guidance we can get for you guys. And specific career fields as well. Spirit, what guidance do you have for group 3 about the career that's meant for them? What do you want them to know, please? Okay, yeah. So we have 3 of Wands and 8 of Cups. So definitely group 3, there's this message about broadening your horizons for sure. And this 8 of Cups here could even represent walking away from an existing situation, and this can be a current career that you're in right now, or it could be something else in your personal life that could be holding you back or making you feel as though you have to limit yourself. And I feel that travel could be significant. You could, like, especially if you're facing creative blockages or just feeling not like yourself, group 3, travel could help you feel inspired and release certain blockages relating to that. It can even be as simple as just taking a walk outside. And I feel that if you were drawn to another pile, this could be extra confirmation, because I was also getting this message about travel in other piles as well. And there's also this guidance about baby steps and taking things day by day. You don't have to have it all figured out at once, group 3. There's this message about consistency over perfection. Okay, I'm getting a very, very specific career for you guys, especially if you identify as an artist or a creative. With this Criminal Mind and this Tear card, some of you guys could thrive really well in a career where you're sketching criminals, or like if a victim comes forward and describes what that person looked like, you can draw it pretty well and pretty clearly to the point where they'd be able to find that person. And again, it's very specific, but that's something that came through. But yeah, as a whole, group 3, it's okay if you don't have all the answers right away. But I feel that there's a lot of encouragement here that things will get better. Things won't feel as stressful in your career. And there's definitely a big, big message about like-minded people and collaborating with other people. And essentially, if your career path has been lonely and as though nobody really gets what you're going through, group 3, I feel that you're meant to find people that will help and assist you along the way and be very supportive. Yeah, with this raccoon, a lot of you guys could feel pressure to mask certain talents or mask your personality. And, like, whatever helps you feel safe or whatever gets you through the day. I'm not here to push you more than you're ready to, group 3. But I feel like this is also recognizing the fact that you deserve to be seen, and the right people aren't going to smother you, so to speak. especially if you've had tough experiences in the past with coworkers or people just reaching the point of burnout too many times, group 3. I feel that that is not always going to be the case in your career, and the right career for you is more possible than you may think or expect, and to just hang in there. And there's no pressure. That's what I'm getting. And to take it easy. And I know it kind of sounds annoying to hear, but essentially, group 3, I feel like there's this message that you're safe. It's okay to explore right now. It's okay to take care of yourself and try different jobs or different projects. It's okay to do that. I feel that some of you guys may feel like you need permission, or you don't think it's like, I just feel like some of you guys could benefit from hearing that. But as a whole, this is what I have for you today, group 3, and I wish you the best, and thank you so much. Hello, group 4. If you chose this malachite, this is going to be your reading about your ideal career, what career is meant for you. And as I'm filming this, I'm also noticing that there's 444 on my clock right now, so that could be a specific number that you're seeing right now or something to look out for. But yeah, with that out of the way, I just want to mention a quick disclaimer before we get started. This reading today is meant to be inspiration or confirmation when it comes to your career path and the career that is ideal for you. So it's going to be important to take what resonates, as always. So let's get started and see what cards we have. So we have 5 of Wands. Victim prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. Shadow attributes, playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. The Heart, creative expression, your soul longs to express itself creatively. Cobra, home and family, building a loving home, a strong sense of family obligation, fulfillment through family. And Life Path 6, caring, loving, loyal, understanding, good at motivating others, strong desire to love and be loved. And on the back of the star here, I also channeled some messages for you guys. And these are pretty specific and random. So it's especially important to take what resonates with this. And let's get started. Okay, group 4. So I'm also getting a couple more messages as I'm tapping into this energy again that are somewhat related to your career, but it's also just general guidance. But starting off, group 4, I feel that your ancestors and your spirit guides are very proud of you and are really excited to see what you venture out to in this lifetime, because they see you as someone who's very, very much here to shake things up and even make people a little uncomfortable, but in a good way, in a necessary way. And I feel that this pile is especially for those of you guys who have felt rejected in your life, or as though you had to fend for yourself at times. So let's talk about the channel messages first, and then we'll get to the tarot. So first we have people look up to you. So yeah, group 4, I feel that this could be confirmation that whether you're aware of it or not, I feel that people see you as someone very inspirational, someone that they find very cool, and someone that they want to be around. I'm getting such like it girl, it guy kind of energy here. And I feel like this pile can especially be for those of you who have felt like either people really love you or they are on the opposite end and they're just your haters, so to speak. But I feel that your authenticity is rock solid and it's something that is going to help you in your career for sure, group 4. And I'm getting a lot of positivity here, and as though you have no idea what's waiting on the other side and in the best way possible. And I feel that if you were drawn to group 2, there could also be messages in there for you, because I was getting similar themes. But yeah, next we have motivational speaker. So this is a specific example that wanted to come through for you guys, but it doesn't have to resonate. But yeah, we have a lot to cover today, but I just wanted to put it out there to get us started. So, and communication. So I feel that your guys' voice is something that is so powerful and something that is meant to be embraced, whether people are open to listening to it or not. And I feel that the right people are going to really appreciate the things you have to say, group 4, whether this is in your career or something that is just getting to know you on a personal level. But you have a way of motivating people that is very unique, and I feel that you don't sugarcoat things, group 4. And I feel that you're also able to see the potential in people that they don't realize. So I feel that this pile could especially be for those of you guys who have felt frustrations with certain people that you're close to, whether this is friends, family, whatever the case may be. I feel that you have good intentions with people that they may not see or recognize. I feel that in a lot of ways, group 4, you may not have always been thanked for your kindness or for your guidance or your love, because I feel that you have a very raw and honest type of love that only the realest people are going to be able to appreciate, group 4. And I feel that if you haven't felt appreciated with people you're close to or people you grew up with, you're meant to be appreciated in your career when it comes to something unconventional or outside the box that you have or possess about yourself. I feel that it's meant to energize people, or it's just meant to really inspire big change. And I feel that a lot of you guys could also have prominent first house placements. Like you could have Lilith in your first house, or maybe some challenging aspects. And I'm also getting 11th house placements as well. And next we have stubborn heart here. And I don't know how many of you guys have heard the expression, the universe loves a stubborn heart. And I feel that this could be extra confirmation for you guys to keep doing what you're doing, or to keep doing your thing, to keep being yourself. And I feel that you guys are so strong and have come a long way despite any obstacles or people on your path who have discouraged you. And I feel that this is something that is healing your ancestral line specifically. And I feel that that's why in the beginning I mentioned your ancestors and your spirit guides and how they're very proud of you. And they know that you're going to do great things in this lifetime. And I feel that you guys could also have the gift of manifesting because of the fact that you seem to know yourself pretty well, even if you disagree, group 4. But you have a certain authenticity that helps you to put your plans into action instead of sitting on certain decisions or expecting it to fall into your lap. I feel like you create your own luck, and this is something that your spirit guides and your ancestors are really impressed by. But let's get into the tarot now. And I know we're not exactly talking too much about career right now, but I feel like there will be more messages as we go. And I also want to talk about this crystal you chose, group 4. This is the malachite, and essentially it's all about transformation, and in ways where it's kind of uncomfortable, but it's for your highest good, to put it simply. And I feel that in a lot of ways you are other people's malachite. Like, I feel that when you show up, or when you enter people's lives, they're kind of forced to have to look at themselves or take a good look at their life. But yeah, let's keep going with the tarot here. So we have 5 of Wands. With this, I'm hearing keep going, just to keep going, group 4. And I feel that especially with what I mentioned about a lot of you being like the it girl or it guy, even if you don't see yourself this way, I feel that if your energy speaks for itself, group 4. And I specifically want to mention, like, the girls out there or the feminines watching this, that you could identify as a girl's girl, or just are very honest and respectful to other women or feminines, but at the same time you're honest and blunt, and you don't excuse poor behavior or disrespectful behavior. Like, for example, if you notice that your friend only reaches out to you when her boyfriend is busy or not available, and you say something about it and you're honest about it, and she doesn't respond well to it and she gets kind of offended, just to name an example. But yeah, group 4, I feel that a lot of times you may even think that women don't like you in particular, but I feel that a lot of them do, and a lot of them you have yet to meet that are really going to have your back and appreciate your honesty. Like, I feel that you have this ability, group 4, to really call out the BS, and not everyone is ready to hear that, unfortunately. And not that it's your fault or that you should not address important things, but I feel like there's this encouragement that this is something that is a very admirable quality and something that will help you in your career. But yeah, I want to go back to that message about if you're feminine watching or identify as a girl's girl, your career could also have something to do with protecting other feminine energies or advocating for them. Especially with this victim card, this could even be something like reproductive or health, or just sticking up for other, like, feminist rights or feminist issues. But yeah, I feel that a lot of people could be intimidated by you, group 4, especially if you resonate with the fact that you have a unique style. Like, some of you guys could have really long nails or like dress differently, and I don't know why this message is coming through, but there's something definitely here about how you present yourself to the world, group 4, is something that is so powerful, and it does have something to do with your career. And I feel guided to just keep talking about very specific examples about you and what makes you you. But yeah, with this creative expression, I feel that you're just very unique. You could express yourself very uniquely. And I find myself getting kind of lost for words here. But so far, group 4, I feel like there's something here about being mindful of not feeling discouraged if people are intimidated by you. And when I say intimidated, it doesn't have to be in a bad way, and it's not in a bad way, group 4, but it's just the simple truth that people who don't know themselves are often uncomfortable by people who do, and that's not your problem or responsibility to shrink yourself down for them. But yeah. So we have the heart here, life path 6, home and family. Yeah, I feel like there's strong ties here to your upbringing, group 4, and that could be a big reason why you are the person you are today. And I feel that your career path is something that is meant to bring justice to some kind of system. And if you see yourself, if you want to have kids, if you want to build your own family, group 4, I feel like there's this message that for those of you guys who feel more drawn to being stay-at-home parents, that this could be a good career path for you because it's a job in itself. But for those of you who do want kids, there's this message that, again, you're healing your ancestral line by every action that you do. And I know that's a big message, but I feel that you underestimate how much impact you've already made, group 4. And if you do decide to have kids, I feel that it's something that you're going to be you're going to be a good parent. And I feel that a lot of you guys need to hear that if you feel like, if you have fears surrounding having kids or concerns. But yeah. And with this Cobra, I feel that a lot of you guys could also thrive well as a teacher or a professor. And if that's the case, if that's something that really speaks to you, group 4, I feel that you are going to be the teacher that people find to be the cool teacher, or someone who's very relatable and inspiring. There's this message that even if not everyone likes you, group 4, a lot of people will love you. I don't know if that makes sense, but for every person that doesn't, there will be at least 10 more that do like you. But yeah, I'm not getting a lot of specific careers, but it feels like whatever career is meant for you, group 4, it's something that is meant to provide a lot of inner power for you, something that you hold close to your heart. I keep coming back to this message about something you advocate for, group 4, something that you're very passionate about communicating, or something that, yeah. Let's see if we can get some more guidance, and then we can wrap up the reading. Some of you guys could also thrive by practicing witchcraft or being witches, because this is the Pulp Girls Tarot, and there's essentially a lot of witchy imagery here, so that's what makes me think of that. Spirit, what guidance does group 4 need to hear about the career that's meant for them? What else can you tell them? I'm also getting something about a movie that you guys like, or maybe that's only for some of you watching. There's a movie for some of you that you watch over and over again, and something that has a lot of meaning to you. It can also be a TV show. It doesn't have to be a movie. I want to see if I can get a specific example for this. Yeah, I don't know, but I'll leave that up to you guys if it makes sense to you. But let's take a look at our guidance here. So we have 5 cups and 7 of wands in reverse. So I feel like there's probably a side to you guys where you may not feel like you're as strong as you think you are, or like in some ways you may feel like you had to put on a brave face. And I apologize if a lot of this isn't really career related, but I feel like your spiritual path and your self-development is something that is just going to be very clear, I think, group 4, when it comes to your career path, on what gives you purpose. I feel like it's not going to be something that you have to experiment with. I feel that it would just come through as a light bulb moment, or something that you've always been interested in and were passionate about. But with this 5 of Cups and the 7 of Wands in reverse, I feel like there's this strong need to focus on healing, or even if I feel that a lot of you guys have focused on healing. I don't know if this is necessarily the message, but it could just be guidance to nurture yourself right now, group 4, and also throughout your career journey. Because whatever you go after, it feels like something that is very positive, something that gives you a lot of purpose, but at the same time is something that affects your heart. Like, for example, if this is a field where there are victims or there are oppressed people in some way, it could be hard on your heart sometimes, group 4, which is understandable. But just the fact that you're able to feel for other people is a gift in itself. Okay, I felt guided to pull from my spirit guide deck, so let's see what other guidance we can get. Spirit, what other guidance does group 4 need to hear about their career path? Spirit, what other guidance does group 4 need to hear about the career that's meant for them? Be authentic? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we've been saying that, so I feel like there's not much left to say, group 4. This could just be something to keep in mind, but there's a lot of... You also have you're about to meet someone new on the back of the deck. I feel that this is mostly pertaining to you, group 4, but in the eyes of other people, it feels like something that is like building anticipation. I feel that people are either anticipating your next move, or whatever career you find yourself in, it's something that people are going to really be inspired by you as soon as you step into the door, or as soon as you speak your truth. Like, it just gives me the impression of, oh, we're about to meet someone new. It's someone that's really going to shake things up and inspire change. And you know what also came through to me just now? A lot of you guys could even... Now, this is a big specific example, but a lot of you guys could even be the next president, or in politics, or find yourself in politics, but that's going to be only for a select group of you guys. And that could be another reason why there's this push and pull of your authenticity and people being unsure of what to think, especially if, you know, politicians are known to have very polished, clean looks, I guess, like suit and tie type of situation, but you guys could be more pushing the envelope when it comes to your personal style with that. But yeah, there's something about you, group 4, that's very fresh, very new, something that people need. So yeah, you can find yourself in like even an office type of environment where it's very, well, I don't want to ramble on too much, but whatever environment you find yourself in, group 4, they're lucky to even have you, period. And that's what I'm getting here. Yeah, I'm really excited as well, group 4. I feel like I really wonder who you are or what you're about to be, because it feels like you're part of history in some ways. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there because I could ramble on all day. But yeah, group 4, that's what I have for you. And keep up the good work. Keep being your most authentic self. And thank you so much. Hello, group 5. If you chose this crystal, this is going to be your reading about what is your ideal career, what career is meant for you. So before we get started, I wanted to mention that this reading is meant to be inspiration or confirmation on your career path. So as always, take what resonates and leave the rest. But let's get started and see what cards we have. So we have the Devil. Well, I'm going to cover that up. And energy healing. I'll cover that up. Queen, light attributes, radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. Shadow attributes, becomes arrogant when authority is challenged, controlling and demanding. Samaritan, light attribute, refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. Shadow attribute, exacting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. The Ocean, trailblazer, you're meant to be a trailblazer, here to blaze a trail for others. You will be first to do something. The Buffalo, and the Warrior. And on the back of the star here, I also channeled some messages for you guys. And these are very specific and very random, so it may not all resonate, but of course take what does, as always. And let's get started. Okay, so let's first talk about these channeled messages and then we'll talk about the tarot. So for the channeled messages, I was getting something about change and moving forward, which makes sense because the number 5 is said to be about those things. So I feel that this could be extra confirmation if you guys are looking or curious about a career change. This could be your thumbs up that now's a good time to start making plans if you feel like you're in a safe place financially to do so. But it doesn't have to be that big of a change. It could just mean that it's time to adapt to a new way of doing things when it comes to your career. And I feel that you guys could currently already be in the career that's meant for you, and it's just something that you guys could work in an industry that is constantly changing, or something that involves whatever the current culture and society is. And I'm trying to name examples, but I'll come back to that if it wants to come through. But yeah, I feel like you guys could be really wanting something fresh, even if it's not as extreme as changing industries in your career. It could just mean that you're wanting to do things differently in general. And next we have you're built for this. So when it comes to the career that's meant for you, group 4, I feel that this is something that you may be oblivious to or wouldn't expect would be a fulfilling career for you. And I feel that there's this guidance that you have what it takes, you have the skills, you have the necessary work ethic. And I feel that if you were drawn to any of the piles, that could be extra confirmation, because there could be additional messages for you. And the devil card as well came up in one of the piles. I think it was pile 1, but of course trust your intuition and whatever feels right to you, group 5. But yeah, I feel like this could be something that is a bit mysterious for now, or something that you're already on a good track to figuring out. And next we have safe place, and I feel like this is something that more along the lines of something that you provide for others, and it doesn't have to be in an emotional way. It could just be that you're someone people really trust to get the job done. Like, I feel that you're meant to be a lot of people's go-to person, because you have the knowledge, you have the, like, you know what you're doing. I feel that that's a big message that is coming through. And if this doesn't resonate right now, it's something that may very well be involved with the career that is meant for you, group 5. Like, there is nobody that can do this job like you, and everyone is going to know it. So if you ever take vacation or a sick day, it's going to be very obvious, because like, you hold down the fort is what I'm getting. And this could even be something that you've noticed in previous job positions, where like there could have been this frustration of, I'm the only one that cares about doing this job. I'm the only one that isn't lazy, so to speak. And you know, it happens sometimes in the workforce. And I feel that this pile is especially for those of you guys who have had to even do other people's jobs. Like, I'm getting strong like Capricorn energy here. And I don't know if that's what the devil is represented by. I don't remember. But yeah, I feel like this pile is very ambitious, very, let's do this job right so we can all go home and relax. Let's not waste time. And next we have travel and experience. So I feel that the career that's meant for you is going to come through when you have a certain type of experience under your belt. And this can just be like being at a certain position for a certain amount of time, group 5. Or this travel, you guys could even be, you could even thrive as travel vloggers, or like working in travel agencies. There's something here about you guys, whether you resonate or like this specific example. There's something about you guys that people just are going to know that you know what you're talking about, or you know the ins and outs of certain things in whatever industry you find yourself in, group 5. And I feel like, again, there's something here that's kind of like oblivious, or something that you may not give yourself enough credit for, group 5. You may view work as something you have to do, something that puts food on the table. But I feel like there's also this sense of unfulfillment in ways right now when it comes to your career, group 5. And I'm also noticing that this deck, it says made in Italy, so that could be significant in some way. Some of you guys watching could be from Italy, or this could be somewhere you want to travel. But yeah, that's really standing out to me. And we also have a bunch of other flags here. So yeah, travel could definitely be significant. But regardless, I feel that Yeah, this is the Golden Universal Tarot, and I feel that there's this message that a lot of you guys have some kind of universal knowledge that you may not expect, or again, give yourself enough credit for. Whatever career that is meant for you, Group 5, it's something that I don't want to keep repeating myself, but yeah, something that no one does quite like you. And with this Queen and this Samaritan card, I feel that you guys are also really talented at helping others in a way where you're very respectful and polite. So I feel that you could thrive really well with working with others somehow, especially clients or customers. I feel that people feel like, especially if you're sharing some kind of expertise with others or information, I feel that you'll give people a safe place to ask silly questions, so to speak, like, because a lot of times when people are trying to learn new things, they kind of feel silly or stupid for even asking. I feel that you're very kind and patient, even if you feel as though you have to have more of a serious persona when it comes to your career. I feel that you have a nice balance between these things, Group 5. And the Devil card here is all about obsessions, addictions, just to name a few examples. And I'm also noticing that a lot of cards here have horns. I'm not sure what that means. And her hair here, this girl's hair, kind of looks horned, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, but this could even be a career that you have doubts about, Group 5, and something that you may feel inexperienced or not know a lot about. Hello, Group 5. Sorry for the interruption. My phone ran out of storage, so for a while there I was talking to myself, so I apologize if I repeat some of the messages here. I want to make sure I cover everything, but let's get back into it. So yeah, I also looked up the meaning of horns, like the spiritual meaning of horns, and it's basically describing power and strength. So I feel that this could be an important skill that you're learning right now, or something that you're meant to balance in your career between what strength means to you, so to speak. Like, you don't have to be super serious all the time. Even if you don't think you are a Group 5, it's okay, but I feel like there's this message that the career that's meant for you is one that can involve self-trust, especially when it comes to more serious matters. I feel that whatever career field that you're meant for is one that is very much needed, or something that a lot of people benefit from. But let's get some guidance. Spirit, can you please describe more about what guidance does Group 5 need to hear about the career that is meant for them, please? What guidance does Group 5 need to hear when it comes to the career that is meant for them, please? Get another one. Okay, so we have Five of Wands, so another confirmation of the number 5 here. And the Five of Wands is all about conflicts. And next we have spiritual practice, sound healing, and we're taking care of it. The situation on your mind is being divinely protected. So I feel that some of you guys could already found the career that is meant for you. Yeah, some of you guys could have already found it, or some of you guys are in a transition to something new. But with this message, I feel that your career is very much divinely guided right now, Group 5. And with the sound healing, I feel that this could be a nice practice right now when it comes to managing your stress levels. I feel that your current career can definitely be something that is stressful, and this could be something that you're very good at, but something that doesn't feel good or is fulfilling right now. It's kind of hard for me to pinpoint this, but for a lot of you guys, you've already found your ideal career. But if you don't believe that, I feel that this is signaling that this conflict is meant to push you somewhere else, or to push you out of your comfort zone in some way. Yeah, I feel like there could be some inner conflict as well, Group 5. Like, I feel that a lot of you guys, it's not that your current career is not meant for you. It could just mean that there's other things to consider right now. Like, for example, if you're at your current position in a company, that doesn't mean that it's time to quit. It could just mean that it's time to seek a different position, but in the same company, just to name an example. But there's this message that when challenges occur, as they do with any career, really, it's not meant to discourage you, Group 5. It's meant to be a learning experience. And again, you're built for this. Like, you can navigate anything because you have what it takes. Spirit, can you please describe what should Group 5 do next? What steps should Group 5 take next on their career path, please? Okay, so we have Death here. So I feel that what's next in your career is that there's definitely this message about needing to put an end to certain things, or really like the death of old belief systems, so to speak, and that this is essential moving forward in your career, Group 5. And yeah, I'm getting a lot of focus on your current energy in your career, Group 5. The fact that the career that's meant for you, again, it could be what you're currently in, or a similar industry, or just the fact that you're going through life changes, like in your personal life, that could be affecting how you approach your career right now. But I feel like this is guidance for whoever needs it, that you'll get through this, and there will be calmer waters where you can show up and be your best self and do what you do best. And with this Five of Swords in reverse, some of you guys you could feel pressured from coworkers or people around you. Like, there could be external pressures when it comes to disagreements, or the fear of disappointing people, or feeling like there's a target on your back, so to speak. But Group 5, the guidance that I'm getting here is that essentially that you'll get through this. And I know that's not exactly that helpful to hear, but just to take care of yourself first and foremost. Yeah, I'm not getting too many specific career fields. And I feel that there could be a reason for this, group 5. Either you already know what you want to do, or that's not necessarily your focus. I feel that your focus could be career guidance, or what to do next, or the sense of stress of having to navigate all these changes could be something that raises self-doubt. But I feel that group 5, it's not meant to, again, it's not meant to discourage you, and it's something that is divinely protected. I'm also hearing trust your gut, group 5. Trust your gut. Alright, group 5, I think that's what I have for you today. I apologize if it's not super specific, but if you are drawn to another pile, you're more than welcome to do so. But it seems like right now there's a lot of guidance about your current career path rather than the career that's meant for you. But yeah, this is what I received for you today, group 5. Thank you so much. Bye.